Thank you for staying with Close and Bell. Now, serial entrepreneur, the man behind auction website Smoku, the digital agency Just Perfect, and the instant EFT payment service provider formerly known as iPay and now rebranded to Ozow Secure Payments, Thomas Pays, who is the CEO of Ozow, knows all about creating an asset of value, and he joins me now in a discussion about his journey and the outlook of the digital innovation space, rather. Thomas, thank you very much for joining us. It's lovely to have a surname that says Pays when you're in the business of payment systems. But let's talk about your journey first. I mean, you have been an entrepreneur for over a decade. You've started businesses, you've closed down businesses. Give us just a high-level overview of that journey and where you have found the most success, which markets, with which businesses.
I think the journey of an entrepreneur is only getting better as the years come by. At the end of the day, it's a lot of learning and failures that you go through, but more importantly, it's a wealth of knowledge and experience that benefit future business as you grow. Some of the most interesting one, obviously, has been through the digital. I mean, opening one of the first auction website in South Africa was quite an interesting one. But I think I found my niche now with regard to payment.
Yeah.
Digital economy is something that's becoming very important in our current market. And there's a very big need in South Africa for such payment solution.
So let's talk about that payment solution. Previously, iPay, now Ozow. Firstly, why the rebrand? And then secondly, what does Ozow offer the entrepreneur with the small to medium-sized business?
So the rebrand is actually quite easy in the sense that it was necessary for us to have a unique name. Ozow is a play on the word that's also nice, also easy. And you know, as a South African startup that's scaling internationally, it was important for us to have a unique name. I think part of our success and being an entrepreneur for the past 15 years, we understand a bit about our social responsibility towards other entrepreneurs, SME. And one of the innovations that we wanted to come with, which was about giving back. So we decided that, you know, for NPO and NGOs, they shouldn't have to pay the 3-5% that they pay in terms of payments to other companies. So we decided to make it free of charge for them.
So what are the financials behind that? Do you absorb the cost for these NPOs and NGOs for the first 12 months? Because I would assume that the traditional banks are still expecting that there will be some sort of transaction payment when those EFTs go through.
So from our perspective, we absorb all our fees, all the fees related to our software and platform. The bank fees is not something that we can absorb. However, EFT is free most of the time, so there's no really cost associated with it. For NPO and NGOs, there's no time limit. It's free for as long as possible, hopefully. When it comes to SMEs, what we wanted to do is wanted to empower entrepreneurs.
Right.
Same story. You know, if you have to give a percentage of your revenue away when you try to build a startup, it becomes a big challenge. So what we've done for those entrepreneurs, we say, for the first year, we provide you with 12 months free processing up to R1 million.
Right.
Which is our way, again, in giving back.
And the impact that you're hoping to make, because I'm hearing from your response that, you know, in the long term, one would anticipate that you grow the number of entrepreneurs, you grow the success rate of small and medium-sized enterprises because they're not so financially strained. What is the big vision in terms of what Ozow wants to achieve, not only on the continent, but as you say, your aspirations are global?
Well, if you look at the South African market, there's 8 million credit cards that are active, but there's 49 million bank accounts. So what we want to do is we want to empower people from the rural area to, you know, the heart of Sandton to be able to transact. We do not understand why someone has to pay 50 Rand or 100 Rand in taxi fees from a rural area in order to be able to buy airtime. So that's the first point that we're trying to do from an impact perspective. And then we're trying to grow in the rest of Africa. Our vision over the next 10 years is to open in all 52 countries in Africa and provide a similar solution.
Well, there you have it. That's Thomas Pays. He's the CEO of Ozow. Big vision there for entrepreneurs, not only on the African continent, but certainly globally. Also sharing his lessons from his more than a decade journey of being an entrepreneur.